the question is, he says, if I have 13 characteristics should be assigned to a cube, should I create 13 dimensions and assign all 13 different dimensions and make all 13 as line item dimensions? That's a good design also. We have used that same scenario. My requirement is now look at this. I was bringing, we are supposed to generate some reports out, and we are getting a lot of data from different sources, mainframes, Oracle. There are around 385 systems. Okay, data come from ODS 1, ODS 2, ODS 2, lots of stuff, and then data is consolidated at the top level, and then the reporting is done. Okay, and then I joined the project. So my role was to handle all the tickets. When I said ticket, my end users use those reports. If any problem they get, I must fix it. That's enough. Okay, boss. So as soon as I joined, they gave me some 2-3 tickets. I was able to fix in no time. Then they got convinced. Then the next question what they started asking is, it's not about solving ticket, boss. Now I want to streamline the application. How will you do? Okay. Then what we did is we took all the tickets. Then we could analyze most of the tickets were of data issues. When I say data issues, when I'm running this report, this record doesn't have a value for this column. This column is not getting filled. For these records are not coming. So it's all about data issues only. Then what we did, when we analyzed the complete data flow, it was all because of lookup failures. And look at this. See, understand what is like a table bus. Let's see, is extracting data 1 to ODS 1. Then is loading data from source to ODS 2. While loading data into ODS 2 is doing lookup to ODS 1. Again is loading data into ODS 3 is doing lookup to ODS 2. Again is loading into ODS 5. When we're loading ODS 5 is doing lookup to ODS 3. Ultimately the product became so complex that no one knows who is doing lookup to what. Because when I'm loading into ODS 2, if I'm doing lookup to ODS 1, ODS 1 should be loaded with priority, then the data into ODS 2 should go in. Lookups, everyone started writing lookups as they like, and no one really knows precedence of the loading. No one knows which gets loaded first, and everyone knows about, they start writing routines. Okay? But because of the missing out the precedence of the data loading, of sequence of loading, lot of lookups was getting failed and it is getting with null. Okay, for what I used to do, to just, let's say they raise a ticket, say for order number, sales order number 1001, customer is missing. So I'll go to the place where there is routine for routine, I'll reload only that record and bring it to the queue, say check now, it's fine. I used to fix only for that time and then go, but there is not a permanent solution, it's not a permanent fix. Then we came out with one solution in the highlight and what we said. See, even if I write anywhere, I'll write lookups, I'll still have this problem anytime. I want a perfect solution where there'll never be a values coming blank because of lookups. Even if today it's problem, while null, tomorrow it should fix up automatically. I don't have to do manual activities. So then what we did, look at this. You may not understand, but we made the cube with all 13 as 13 line item dimensions. Okay. While loading data into the cube, I will load only sales order number, nothing else. Nothing else. Whatever I wanted into cube, I maintain all those into master data of sales. For sales order number, I have built master database. So master data of sales order number will always go on overwriting every time. Once the master data is loaded, and when I load my cube will be filled only with order numbers. All other columns are blank. And all other columns are nothing. In the cube, it's got what? When I make line of dimension, everything will have SID tables in the fact table. So now I've got attribute table, right? Read the sales order number from the cube. Then I written a program which will read the sales order number from the cube, read the master data, and fill all other columns in the cube. Even if it not today, tomorrow my program would run and fill those blank columns always. Getting this? It can go to that extreme case also. Don't know. Clear on this now? Now we'll have to create the same cube into the system. That's okay. But you're okay now what we are planning to do, yeah? So where do you create a cube bus? Now what? You go to what? InfoProvider menu. This is my info area. Right click, say what? Create cube. I'll say AW AWC sales, cube sales. And what is this? It's a description. You can just type in anything you want. And what type of cube am I going with? Say create. It takes me to the next screen where I can start defining all the properties of it. So this is the cube description, and what is this here? Cube technical name, and you would have a folder of object information where you get to see status of the object, and object status is new because first time you're creating it, and that's why it says inactive, cannot be executable. Okay. Then in the settings folder you would only see, don't worry on this BW index now, just get what is this, what type of cube are we creating, that's the only thing in the settings now. Then you'll have dimensions and what, key figures. In the dimensions folder you specify what dimensions you want. Again under each dimension you specify what characteristics you want. Under the keywords folder you specify what keywords you want into the cube. Simple, right? So now we already have our design, right? Let me delete this dimension 1 which is already created. So by default it is what, data packet, time and unit. Now apart from these 3, can I create 13 more? So total max 16. Data packet, time and unit are the fixed dimensions. That's why while creating a design I have used this data packet, time and unit all together. Okay, now let's start now. Time dimension I should assign with what? All these 4. I'll go there, select that. See, as of now there is nothing assigned in the time. When I right click on the time and say what? InfoObject direct input, F4. What all you want? Cal day. Next one. Cal month. Cal quarter you wanted. I'll take this calendar year quarter. Okay. And then I wanted cal week. Then you want half year, which tells me. Okay, you can add anything. Okay. Which one is it? Cal year. Done was. Save. Okay. All this. So when I do this, internally what is happening was, when you say time, there is already in the fact table there is a dimension key called DK time, which is connecting to what? A dimension table called time. When I do this, what happens now? When I say cal day, cal year, all this assigned, internally what is happening? SID table of 0 cal day is linked up to what? Time dimension. SID table of 0 cal year is linked up to time dimension. SID table of cal week is linked up to time dimension. Atla. Ante, so how many characteristics did I link up to this dimension table? Time. So if I open up my, now tell me, if I open up my time dimension table and see the definition, what column, how many columns it should have? 7. One should be the dimension key, primary key, and rest would be 6 SID columns. Each SID column will be representing one characteristic. SID table of cal day, SID of cal month, SID of cal quarter. Did you getting this concept? మనం బొమ్మలు ఏం చూసినాం సేమ్ అదే బ్యాక్ ఎండ్లో ఫామ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. Units you don't assign. When I assign the key figures, automatically the unit comes in. I'll not worry on this. And now let's go to the design. What is the others now? Next is what? Sales. You wanted dimension called sales document number. Go to there. Is it? It's not fixed. You got create now. Right click on the dimension folder. Say what? Create new dimension. This you only can give description. You can't give name. So this is the first dimension. It takes cube name and 1. Cube name and 1 is first dimension, cube name and 2 is second dimension, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and for 10 it forms hexadecimal as A, for B, C, D at close, hexadecimal as at 13 or say. And for data packet it is T, for time it is T, for unit what? It is U. Okay. And do you want it as line item bus? Okay. So dimension is created. Now should I assign my characteristic to the dimension? Instead of just remembering name and typing in, what I can just choose my InfoObject catalog as a template. I want to, if I select char, it will show me all the characteristics what I have. So now from this, pick up your document number. Do you have this document number? Drag this onto this. When I do this, what is happening internally? Your sales order number characteristic will have SID. SID table of that is getting connected to the dimension table. So dimension table will start getting SID column and dimension ID column that is connected to fact table. లోపల స్ట్రక్చర్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అసైన్ అన్నప్పుడు. బట్ ఎనీ మెరిట్ as line item, so you should not have dimension table straight away. SID should be coming into next dimension. Product also you wanted line item, so right click, say what again? Create second dimension. What is the name of the dimension? Product. You wanted what? Line item dimension. Yes. What should be assigned to this? product key. Where is this product key? This one, drag and drop onto this. And then I was done. Okay, next, what is the other dimension you wanted? But if you understand the logic, creation is not big concept. Yeah? Right click, I want one more dimension, sales dates. Is this a line item dimension bus? Can this be? Because no, multiple characters are assigned to it. This cannot be. Now what is this into? What do you want into this dates fields? I want ship date and then what? Where is due something in? Yeah. Can I drag control and then drag those both? So due date and ship date into this. Yeah. And next what? Customer location I want. This cannot be lined up because both geography and customer getting into this, right? Okay, boss. So where is this geography, boss? Look at this design. Geography and customer key. This customer key, P key, geography key. When I do this, what is happening, boss? Customer key will have SID table. Geography key will have SID table, and both the SID are linked up to my dimension table. So when I go to dimension table 4, I will see dimension key, SID column of customer, SID column of geography, connecting those SID tables. Next in the sales channel. This case I want it as what? Line item dimension. So what should be assigned to this? PQRS sales. Sales line number is next dimension. What do you want to assign to this? You want this line item, right? So you can say properties and line item number getting into this. iCard, number of records in the dimension table is huge, more than 20%. Then you say iCard null. Then there is a concept called indexing. He's asking me this question: what is this iCard null? Then what happens? Normally, when the number of records in the dimension table is more than 20% of the fact table, you enable this checkbox. When I do this checkbox and when you say create index on the cube, for each dimension table it does create one index. For each dimension table it does create one index. And this index could be of two types, B tree or bitmap. If you select high cardinality where the data is huge, it starts building B tree. When you say high card, if you don't select this where the cardinal, it understands the cardinality is less, it builds bitmap. Type of index for the index would be different. Yeah, we will see that performance. Done was. So all my dimensions are done. Like this, you can go up to 13 dimensions like this max. You can create. Still, I have not assigned anything in the unit. Unit, I will not assign it manually. No, I'll just choose my keywords what I want. Then, if those keywords are using any of the unit characteristics, then those will be pulled into cube automatically and getting assigned to unit dimension. Now, what are the keywords we plan to use? Either order quantity, all this. Now, okay. Now let me do this. Now this time I'll select the catalog for what? Key figures. And what all you wanted? I remember discount amount you wanted. Yes. Extent amount, freight, order quantity, product standard cost, safety ledu, sales amount, product standard cost I have taken. Then tax amount, total production cost, unit price I had, unit price discount. That's it. Yeah. So all this will come. The 3, 3, 6, 9, 10. And the list. But the missample add this in Monday. No, then that's it. Now look at this. Now when I brought in this, when I do this, when I brought in this queue, here it gives me the aggregation function of this key figures. Okay, and does this tell me what is the reference characteristics? For all this I was using zero currency. For one I have used what? 0 unit. Since these key figures need this zero currency and unit for the referencing, it does automatically bring those in unit dimensions, zero currency and unit. Suppose if you are using other unit category like say Z currency, Z unit, those will be assigned to unit. So when I see unit dimension, what happens? You will have dimension key SID of 0 currency connected to currency, SID of 0 unit connected to unit characteristic, unit. This is how you build a cube bus, the complex bus. Now when I activate cube, internally it starts creating that schema. So this is about creating a cube bus. Now it's not about just create cube, you just start. I need creating, but you should have the complete control when this cube is created, what all tables were created in the back end at the point.